This has been so fun solving this mystery with you and all.
We should get coffee.
Indeed.
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 Come in.
Professor Abzoolut Ziro.
Yes, do come in. Kelvin, you don't mind.
No, actually, I should get going. I have a meeting in my circle I should go to. You'll look at my proposal, right?
Of course, Hobbs. I'll see you next Thursday. Professor Kelvin Hobbs keeps coming to me with ideas about a series of modules that dive into the ozone hole, soil equilibrium, and, that's right, life on Earth. Of course, that's not what you're here about, is it, Detective D. Dear? I hear you've been assigned to the Gern Blanston murder case.
Yes, and this is Dr. G, Wiz.
Ah, yes, you're the new mortician down at the crime lab.
In the flesh.
You're new?
Just moved here 5 weeks ago. My skills were so divine they couldn't live without adding me to their collection.
I heard you got on your knees and begged.
No one asked you!
You two are distracting me from my job.
Yes, I'm sure you've come to ask me some questions.
We heard Gern Blanston was on the trail of a serial killer called the Masochistic Ferret. What do you know about this ferret?
The Masochistic Ferret has evaded the police for 6 years now. He always leaves his victims wearing a pair of false rodent teeth for some reason.
So they hired Gern Blanston to catch this ferret.
And I don't blame them. He's good. In fact, he was in here just the day before he died, telling me that he was days away from arresting the ferret.
So you think the ferret killed him out of fear then?
That's exactly what I think.
So now no one will be able to catch this ferret now that Gern Blanston is dead.
Not necessarily. Gern Blanston had a file he kept with all of his information on the ferret case. All the police would have to do is get a hold of that file and arrest the ferret.
I see.
There's something else. Do you happen to know a Professor Jim Quinton?
As a matter of fact, I do. Shady guy, if you ask me. He and Gern Blanston didn't exactly see eye to eye.
What do you mean?
Well, lucky for you two, I happen to have this handy flashback!
Damn it, Gern, I need to talk to you right now.
Quinn, what are you doing in my lab?
Listen, I talked to the supervisor. You can't keep smoking that gosh darn peace pipe in the lab. You know, the ventilation system, it cannot handle all that smoke.
You're trying to cut down my religion, my native religion.
Do you understand what that does to your lungs here, Gern?
Oh, I understand. I'm a scientist, damn it. You're the one who doesn't understand. You're in my lab now, son. People still get killed for that around here.
You know what else kills? Tobacco.
Ah, what kills about tobacco smoke?
What kills? Don't you know the science behind it, man? You're a scientist for goddamn sake.
Well, why don't you tell me then, Quentin, if you know so much?
You know what? I will.
Interesting.
Indeed.
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 Abzoolut!
What, Kelvin?
I just got a call from the police department. The Masochistic Ferret file has been stolen.
What? When?
I think it happened back in scene 5.
Clever. None of us were in that scene.
But who was in that scene?
Here, I happen to have a script of the movie on my desk. Let's see, scene 5.
Professor Jim Quinton!
Sounds alright. He's kind of a shady guy.
You know him too?
Oh yes, for I too have a handy flashback.
Tis good to smoke the peace pipe. Ah, bromine.
It is not good to smoke the peace pipe.
Quentin, how many times do I tell you not to come in here when I'm meditating?
Gern, we need as much funding as we can get these days. Do you know how much it takes?
Damn the funding!
Do you know how much it takes to fund a helium balloon?
We need 3 helium balloons and you have only gotten me 1, Quentin. You're supposed to be the one that gets the funding.
The council, I do not control where the money goes.
I will not have my science impugned by the likes of you, sir!
I have to make a phone call. But I must wait for the law and order noise to signal the scene change.